Okay, marketing. If you cannot fill your retreat, you don't have a retreat. This is one of the biggest complaints that our retreat leaders talk about in the group. How do I market my retreat? How do I fill it? What do I do? Okay, so to be able to market your retreat, you've got to take a few steps back. Okay, the first question you always need to ask yourself is, do you have a good list? Because the number one people who you want to market your retreat to, that's your own list. Because think about it. If you're traveling with somebody and you're going on this retreat, would you want to go with someone who you knew what they were teaching and what they were doing? Or are you okay about going with an absolute total stranger? I know for me, I would not go with a total stranger. I have to know their work. I have to know what they teach. I have to know what they're doing on that retreat. And I have to know what I'm going to get out of it. So for me, that's really important. Now, that means you need to grow a list. And if you only have a small list, I've actually seen retreats fill with a list of like 200 people, because when you have a small list, normally those people are really engaged. But it would help if you keep growing your list every year, bigger and bigger. Like, for example, I used to teach the 4 agreements, and I started teaching that after I quit medicine and started studying with Don Miguel Ruiz. And I had a list of work my list up to about 5,000, and that was really great. Pretty much all of my trips filled without a problem. When I started this business in teaching about retreats, I had no list. And I wanted to do my first retreat for retreat leaders in Morocco. I had booked that trip exactly 1 year after I began this business. So I gave myself 1 year to grow my list to fill my retreat. In that 1 year, I grew my list 15,000 people. You heard me right, 15,000 people. It's just by being diligent and by taking action and doing the same thing over and over and over again. So this is really key. I know for myself with marketing, I have a little bit of that menopause head. So I just don't remember things. I think I'm going to remember them, and then I don't remember them. It's just the truth. So I use a promotional calendar. So in my business, we have a promotional calendar the whole team has access to. Every email, every piece of marketing is put on that calendar. And that makes me accountable. And I can't say I forgot. So if I know I have a retreat in 6 months, 4 months, whatever it is, I have my whole marketing plan set up. So I know how many emails I'm sending out. I know what those emails are. I know the point of view I'm taking in them. I can coordinate that email with other things. Like, for example, I might choose to do a Facebook Live at the same time that email was going out, or some other marketing activity. So it's constantly coordinating everything that you do so it fits together and makes sense, and you can get those retreats filled. So one piece of advice I can say is, I know a lot of you guys list your retreats on those websites that list retreats. And, it's okay, but don't expect to fill a retreat doing that, because the people coming to that website, they're just scrolling around. They're checking price. They're checking location. They're really not there for you. And the thing is, if you create your retreats to make continuity in your business, to have income afterwards, then the best people are your people, because they want to continue working with you. When you have strangers on your retreat, I don't know, you guys who have done many retreats before could certainly put your comments below. But I find that those strangers end up being the problem children on my retreat often. And they can be disruptive because they really don't want to be there. Not for you, just maybe for the location. So it's really important to make sure that if you are putting your retreat on those kinds of websites, it's more about driving traffic to your own website and growing your list than it is to be trying to fill a retreat from that listing. So just keep that in mind. I know a lot of people get really upset. They list on those places and they're like, oh my God, I got only one person, or I didn't get any people. And that's typical, really. Even with my travel company, Journeys of the Spirit, we list the trips of the people who are running their retreats through our company. And even then, my list, they know we promote different journeys, but not all the time do they know that particular retreat leader. So it often takes them going to that retreat leader's website, getting to know them, maybe signing up for the freebie on their website so they can get some emails and, just explore that person a little bit more before actually registering. So we find that quite often. And I'm pretty good with marketing trips to my travel company list. So again, the best way to fill your retreat with your marketing is by growing your own list and database. So we're going to be talking more about this on Friday's webinar. If you can't make it on Friday at that time, we are doing a replay next week. We're going to be doing encore performances. So you can always join us then. But it's a really great webinar training. You're going to learn a lot. And even if you've been doing retreats before, the webinar is mostly for people who are going to be creating their first retreat or in the middle of marketing their first retreat right now. But hey, even if you've done a retreat or two before, come on with us. You're still going to get a lot of great content and a lot of great information. And if you're struggling right now with filling your retreat, come. It will definitely be worth it. So I'm curious. I'd love to see you guys post underneath this video and tell me, what is the one marketing technique that you really love? What are you going to be doing to promote your retreat? And again, if you want to join us for the webinar, the link is above the video in the text, and you can catch us there. And, for us, the one thing that really gets us excited is when people post that they filled their retreat, or they posted, I filled the last spot on my retreat. It really makes us feel good. We want to see everyone be really successful. We are such retreat junkies, and we're passionate about the fact that the world needs this kind of travel. At this point in time right now, laying on a beach is okay, but really people need to deal with everything that's going on in the world. They have problems in their lives, they have problems in their relationships, they have problems with their health, whatever it is, that they're not happy in their job. So they need you. They need your help. They need an experience. So I really encourage you, if you've been thinking about doing a retreat, get it booked. Do it. People need you. And if you do it right, your retreat will fill. It's just like filling any other event, whether it's a workshop or a live event or a program or a product, selling it. So this is really, really important. So I encourage you, if there's any way I can light a fire under you to be doing this, I really I would love to see you do it. Okay, I think I said enough. Post below, let us know what kind of marketing you're doing, what's your favorite marketing technique, and I'll see you on the training tomorrow, Friday already. I can't believe it. So thank you. If you have questions, post below. Ciao.